Hey friends, it's Awkwardly Random with Cinthia and Michelle, where we talk about random topics.
Anything and everything awkward is on the table, so let's dive right in.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Awkwardly Random.
With Cinthia and Michelle.
Yay!
Yay!
Welcome back.
Woo! Okay.
We're happy to have y'all with us again. Whoever's
Yes.
tuning in, thank you.
Yep.
Back with another episode. This one's going to be a little bit more chill, more kind of laid back. I think we're going to have fun with it though.
Yeah.
It'll be
a
interesting.
fun episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, how are you doing, Mish?
Good. It's a Saturday.
Yes.
Chilling. We have a lot of fun things planned. So I'm excited. Like, we're gonna go to the outlets later. They have a lot of outlets here, so we're gonna go to those. But then we're also doing disc golf tomorrow. Jesus and his friends are really into disc golf, and they've invited me to join. And I went last weekend, and I did pretty good for my first time. And so I want to go again this weekend. So that's my plans. But the thing, Mia started sneezing, and so I think it's due to allergies, maybe. So we're just trying to make sure that she's okay.
Can dogs get seasonal allergies?
They have allergies. I don't know about seasonal. I really like this. My other dogs didn't have like what she had. So yeah. So I guess they can have allergies and they can get sick. So
yeah, they can catch colds. One of our dogs, we used to have her. She would have like mocos, and she would be all sniffly. I'm like, oh my god, you have a cold.
I know. I didn't know that. And Mia was like sneezing and having a runny nose yesterday, and I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And I was going like full, like, what do I like Googling and like calling my mom and my sister and then calling the vet. And then they're like, yo, chill. It's okay.
Yeah.
She's still playing. She's still eating. She's good. And I was just worried.
Yeah, I think as soon as they're like acting kind of out of character, out of their typical, behavior and stuff, that's when I think more of a bigger concern would come.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's cool. Wow, disc golf.
Yeah. What about you?
What are we doing this weekend? Well, tomorrow, Sunday.
Tell people though, wait, before you start, that you went to Puerto Rico.
Yes, I was in Puerto Rico a week or two ago. I don't even know. I lost track of time now, but I was there for a week. Beautiful weather, beautiful island, beautiful people, great food. I met Jasmine's really close friend who she was turning 30 and she's Puerto Rican, and she wanted to celebrate by being there and giving back to her community. So we went to the town where her family's from, and we did some workshops with high school students and elementary school students around amor propio, self-love. And she has a philanthropy all about body positivity and uplifting Latina voices, and just empowering people to love themselves, right? And so I was really happy to kind of be a part of that and help out with that. We went to the beach a few days.
Nice.
And, I got to see what bomba was like in real, like up in person, which is like a type of people come in community and they drum and they sing and people dance, and it's an act of resistance, and it's really cool just to kind of see people, everybody was just so happy being together. And people who wanted to go up and dance, and there was this whole thing where you have to, like, el primo, the main drummer, I guess, follows your movements with the rhythm. So basically your body is creating the rhythm, and it's just really cool to learn about and see it in Puerto Rico, right? So it was a fun experience.
That sounds amazing, and like it was a great time. I'm so glad you and Jasmine got to go and enjoy yourselves. And now you're back. What are you doing here? What are you doing
now? We're back to the cold, back to the snow. We got so much snow the past few days.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the schools were closed. UW-Milwaukee closed. I'm like, a 4-year university is closing for weather.
Yeah, they definitely closed ahead of time. MPS too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the schools here closed as well. We did get a lot of snow. It wasn't like as bad as I was expecting it, just because people were saying how like intense it was gonna be. Maybe,
Mm.
but I'm working from home, so I wasn't necessarily affected by it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I can't really say much. But anyway, so tomorrow, Sunday, we are going to go to this cafe like for breakfast, as like a
Ooh.
postponed Valentine's Day
Oh, okay.
date or celebration.
Yeah.
But it's at the Madison airport.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah, they have like a
Nice.
little airport breakfast spot and you can see like the jets and stuff in the airplanes, and
Oh,
it's
that's
like an
cute.
airport themed
Yeah,
uh
it'll be fun.
restaurant. So, and
Nice.
Jasmine is really into looking into becoming a pilot, so
Oh,
she really
yeah.
likes that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go do that and celebrate Valentine's Day a little bit later.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice. So that's good. Enjoy tomorrow.
Yeah, thank
Let's see
you.
Ant-Man.
I haven't seen Ant-Man yet.
Yeah, we haven't either, but we're either gonna go today or tomorrow. So we're
Oh,
trying to fit
okay.
that into.
Is that the third one? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ant-Man and the Quantumania, something like that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
I
we'll
want to
see how
watch
that
it.
goes. Yeah.
I have to tell you, Michelle, I'm caught up with The Last of Us.
Ooh, how do you like it? Did you cry?
I cried in the third episode.
I know. Okay, I didn't cry in the third
Oh
episode,
my
but
gosh.
it was intense. It was so good.
It
The
was
storytelling was just,
emotional.
yeah, the storytelling was amazing in that episode. It was really nice.
I really like the writing in this show
Mhm.
and the way they portray the different characters. So I'm currently playing the game, but I haven't gotten to meet certain characters in the show yet in the game.
Mm.
So, but
Oh,
it's cool to learn about them anyway through the show.
yeah.
Um, but I'm just like watching interviews and different clips about the parallels and the way that they deviated from the game. And the
Mhm.
third episode is one way where they did deviate a little bit
Yeah.
from the game, and I'm like, what a great choice.
Yeah.
It did so
Yeah.
much for the show, and I think, yeah, we should get into it like in a different episode, but
Yeah. I would
and
want to.
then I was like shocked by the fifth episode, so
I know.
it's just a lot. That show is a lot, but I love it.
It's a lot. It's an emotional roller coaster, but it's really good. I think it's giving you a lot of angles to just like
Yeah.
a zombie post-apocalyptic world where you had it. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too much, but it just gives you a lot more depth into that kind of genre.
Yeah, it's not just a zombie show. It's
Yeah,
way more
exactly.
than that.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, yeah. Well, maybe we'll have an episode dedicated to The Last of Us
Yeah,
and
that'll
we'll
be
talk
fun.
about it. All right. So, let's get into the real world-ish
Ooh,
segment for
okay.
today, and then we'll get into the main topic. So,
Oh my
um
gosh.
we have some heavy things.
I know. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the train derailments.
Okay. Okay.
Um, what do you know? I didn't know. So I heard about the one in Ohio, but I didn't hear too much about South Carolina and the other states.
Yeah. So yeah, I was looking into this. I don't know too much besides like what's been reported on,
Mm-hmm.
but apparently, oh, I did look it up. So apparently train derailments in the United States are common.
Yeah.
So the Bureau of Transportation Statistics records 54,539 train derailments between 1990 to 2021. But on the average, like per year of how many train derailments there are per year, it's 1,704.
Oh
So
my
like
God.
there is like an issue with the infrastructure and the safety. And I also had looked into it that actual train railway workers have been pushing for better conditions and had been going on strike or wanting to go on strike. I'm not pretty sure about that part, but
Mm-hmm.
this has been an issue that train railway workers have like been advocating or have been speaking about. But I guess it didn't come more to light until the Ohio East Palestine derailment happened. And that what I was reading is that other train derailments don't
Mm-hmm.
create this kind of damage
Yeah.
that usually, I mean, people die, which is terrible. And that's what I when I was reading, it kind of sounded like they were minimizing this when they were like, oh, it's common and there's like minor damages and like about 4 people get either injured or die, and it's like very minimizing. But even then, this train derailment in Ohio, because there were other ones after Ohio, there was one in South Carolina and one in Texas, but the one in Ohio was seen as more damaging because of the chemicals that were in the trains that had crashed. And so one of the main things that people were talking about was like these trains contained vinyl chloride, which is like a compound used to make plastic things, so like plastic pipes, wires, car parts, packaging, and all that stuff. And so because of the train derailment, this chemical spilled, and so it went into the air and it went into the water. And so at first, people within the 1 mile radius had been evacuated, but then within the next, I don't know when, but now the government had been telling folks in certain areas around that it was okay to go back and that they should just boil their water. But then people locally have been saying, no, it's not okay. Like, and showing people on social media and the news, showing the water, showing how it fizzles, showing color of it, showing dead fish it has killed, like animals and livestock and crops, and all of that is what people are saying that are from there. And so that's what I know. And I also was looking into the chemical compound of it, is that when that chemical burns, it creates acid rain too. So that is like scary. And people are comparing it to, I forgot what's
Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl. So long exposure to this type of chemical can create cancer, and it gets passed down through generations if you're in the vicinity of it. But all of that just sounds super scary and terrifying, because it doesn't seem like there is appropriate action being taken by the government in this. Yeah. You know what I mean? What do you think? Or what do you know? Do you want to add anything to what I just said?
No, everything that you said is what I heard too and read about. People, there are reports of people experiencing like irritations on their skin, breathing problems, other negative health effects. Like, they were told within, I think they had to, or they did like a controlled burn of the chemicals instead of letting them all explode. And so 2 days after that controlled burn, the residents of East Palestine, I think it's Palestine, they were told it was safe to return to their homes. But there were different environmental advocates who were saying, like, that's suspicious. It shouldn't be that quick. And so people were given the okay to go back, but then they started to experience these things. And then, we saw videos of, I saw a video of like a person on like a river, and you could see it looked like acid. Like, it looked really, it was not normal. And like, so it wasn't safe. And so I think that's really scary you're questioning, right? Am I breathing toxic air? Is it safe what I'm eating? Is it safe what I'm drinking? You're told that it is, but then these things are happening. I think you're right. Railway union workers were organizing and strike. I think they did go on a strike because there was a lot of understaffing. There was a cut in staffing. And then certain corporations and lobbyists fought against strict regulations around the trains. So because the train that was going through Ohio, it's the Norfolk Southern train, Norfolk Southern Railway Corporation, was not considered a, quote, high hazard flammable train, HHFT. It wasn't required to notify Ohio of the contents of the rail car. So like, people don't know what's in those trains.
Yeah. Wow.
And so
greedy corporations.
It's for profit. Yeah. They don't really care about the lives of the people. I also read, and I don't know, I mean, this is crazy that to learn this. There were only 2 crew members out of that train that was like almost a 2-mile long train.
Well, yeah.
And so like understaffing, that train also didn't have a certain type of electronic brake, which is supposed to be helpful in mitigating certain disasters like these. So like there's
I
a
think
lot
it
of
wasn't
things
required.
here.
I think they were trying to make it a requirement, but something happened that they didn't make it a requirement anymore to have those specific type of breaks for trains.
I think the Obama administration was it that tried to push for that.
Yeah.
But then it didn't go through, and then
under Trump.
Under Trump. And then Trump stopped some certain things around that as well.
Yeah.
And then Biden hasn't picked up on that either. So like, you're right. I mean, there hasn't been enough done by the government to kind of help mitigate these things. Yes, they are common, I guess, but a lot of these things can be prevented or mitigated in some way. Like this is not okay.
No,
So yeah, there was the Ohio one is the one that's getting most of the attention, but there was one in South Carolina, Texas, and I think recently in Michigan. There was another one in Michigan. So,
yeah, that's intense. That's scary for people. And not only them, like I'm thinking of obviously the people they're affected immediately, but also like this can go into like our waters, into like especially for us too, because I think we get our water from the Great Lakes. So like if that is in the Ohio River and it goes down into like how all waterways are kind of connected in a way, so that can spill into other bodies of water.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to prevent, like I don't this isn't my like area of like anything, so like how do we prevent from like this going into other bodies of water, because it's gonna spill over, you know what I mean, in some capacity, or at least in the air. Because if we think about how like I'm talking about like as if I know what I'm talking about.
Let's talk like, science.
But like when shit happens or like hurricanes happen, and obviously we feel that like sometimes when hurricanes or something happens in the south, like sometimes we see it in Florida, you see that wind or the air come up into like New York when I used to live there. You know what I mean?
You start getting heavy rains.
Yeah, you because all of that travels within like the atmosphere and the air. So I'm thinking it's like, how is this going to travel? Because it is like we can't just say it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I'm not a scientist, so this is just from what I know. But
well, and that's the thing. I feel like we should be listening more to scientists who specialize in these kinds of things and environmentalists who know about how this stuff works versus like certain corporations who just are wanting to make money and and they want to set that stuff aside because it's cutting down on their profit. Like so I agree with you. It's sad.
Yeah. There was another hazardous spill in Arizona, but that was with a truck driver. I forgot, that was this past week, but I don't have that much information on it, but just wanted to point that out.
I do wonder what the parallels are between the trains that are carrying these chemicals and materials and then trucks that are also carrying them on the road,
Yeah.
Something to do some research about.
Yeah.
Okay. On to some more sad news. There was a mass shooting in Michigan State University. A gunman opened fire on the evening of February 13th, just last Monday. He killed 3 students, from what I know, and severely injured 5 others. I think they were all in one like lecture hall or classroom. And he was found by police officers with the help of a civilian, and then he shot and killed himself as the police were approaching him. From what I read, he had a note with him with a list of targets, specifically certain places he was planning to hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It was like a grocery store or some other warehouse where he used to work. Other places like that. And then he also claimed to be, in that note, he claimed to be a leader of a group of killers. I don't know how accurate or true that all is. That's just what I read about what was in that note. One of the victims she's alive. She was a sorority sister of Jasmine, my girlfriend, and my cousin Rebe. She's in their sorority. There's a GoFundMe going around for her. She's, I think, in more stable condition now, which is good, but it's just scary that it's I don't know, to be kind of close to that in that way is really sad.
Yeah.
There are several GoFundMes up right now for the victims, several of the victims. So we'll go ahead and add those links to the description of this episode. You can go ahead and share, support in any way you can, donate what you can. It's just really tragic stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all I know for now. I think they're still kind of investigating. They don't know exactly the motive, besides like that note that he was planning to hit other places. I don't know why Michigan State specifically.
I mean, he worked there like in the community, but I don't know in terms of motive or anything else.
Yeah. And I don't know why. I think people were saying that he was charged with possession of a weapon or something like that. Like he wasn't supposed to have access to a firearm. And he actually had more than one. So
I didn't know that.
I think they found a few handguns or something with him. Yeah, anything you want to add, Mish?
Nope.
Okay.
Really tragic.
Yeah. It happens far too often. Okay, on to something a little bit more bizarre. I don't know, strange. UFOs.
Yeah, weird. Yeah. UFOs. So I want to, okay, so there's not a lot of information on this because I was looking into it. And so this is what I'm going to say, what people have been like what the news has been reporting on. Because they first start off with talking about starting February 4th with a Chinese balloon that was shot down, thinking that or the government is saying that it was a Chinese balloon sent to spy. I don't know how they got that information, but that's what they're telling us. After that, on February 10th, there was an object, also unidentified object. So they're not really telling us it's aliens or like they're not saying that.
They're not saying anything.
Not saying anything. They're just saying it's a flying object. And so on February 10th, they shot down another flying object, and they reported that it broke into pieces after being shot down. And the Defense Department officials said that it was most likely not a balloon. And the White House said that the object was the size of a small car. And then February 11th, there was another one shot down, another object shot down over Canada. And then on February 12th, there was another flying object shut down over Lake Huron here in the United States. And so I was looking into it, and there is not much information, to be honest. They said that the three objects shut down were most likely research balloons, not spycraft. That's what, not spycraft or the military, and then they're also saying that the ones that they did shot down, they would most likely not be able to recover it. They haven't been able to recover the three of them that they shot down. And so because of that, they can't analyze or say what it was, because they just said that they can't find them.
And I think they actually stopped the search for one of them.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to like. I think we can get into so many conspiracy theories here. Like, do we believe it's aliens? Do we just think the government is making this up to distract us from something else? Do we what? I think it just leaves a lot of questions, and I think that's part of the problem too. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Cinthia?
I mean, we're told that nobody knows for sure what they are, where they came from. People are saying it's a little sus that there's been this many in this short amount of time. But supposedly there's always UFOs, unidentified flying or foreign objects in the air. And
this is a common thing, especially with the derailments. Oh, this is common. It happens all the time. It's like, okay.
And they were saying like the military systems used to like identify these flying objects was set to be able to identify fast moving objects, but not really slow moving ones. So it's just weird hearing these kinds of things and reading about them. Like, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
I think we often associate UFO with extraterrestrial beings, aliens.
Yeah.
Who knows if that's actually accurate or not? I don't know.
Do you really believe though? Like okay, say aliens, extraterrestrials existed.
I believe
Like,
they exist.
I believe that too. But do you really think they would throw down balloons and not do anything? Like realistically, like they're more advanced than us. Like if like I'm sure they exist, but I'm sure they're more advanced than us. Like if they really wanted to do something, they could do it. Like why would they send down balloons is my question. It's like, does that make any sense?
So then where do you think the balloons are coming from? Like,
I
do you have
know.
a suspicion? Do you think it is surveillance or like another country or something?
I have no idea, but I just don't believe that it's aliens or extraterrestrial beings.
Yeah. Who knows?
I just feel like it's not them. Maybe it is. It just doesn't make any sense for them to do that. Like I would understand why maybe other governments would do that, like maybe to test like how fast our response is to like objects in the sky, then that makes sense. But like if we're thinking about advanced, intelligent extraterrestrial beings, why would they do that?
Yeah.
Like they could easily do something else. Just I don't know, you know? What do you think? Am I like reaching or what do you think?
They just want to mess with us and they're just throwing little balloons
like,
in the
see
air.
What these humans do.
Yeah. They're running experiments on us. No, I don't know. I'm just messing with you. Honestly, I have no idea. Yeah. I was looking into it and I had no verifiable information like that I could find that was like like I don't know. I don't know what to believe. So but I believe aliens do exist. And if they are more advanced beings and societies and civilizations, then I would think that they would go through more sophisticated means coming at us rather than a balloon that can be shot down. So I mean, yeah, I'm on your side. I just don't know, like I don't know.
The most suspicious thing is that they shot this thing down, but they can't find these things that they shot down. Like they should apparently, don't they have this technology to be able to like locate objects or whatever? You know, I feel like you would be able to monitor that if you actually shot at it. Like you would be able to monitor it.
You would be able to monitor the fall. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that just doesn't make sense to me either. So
yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, yeah. So
we're keeping an eye.
We're living in strange times. Or maybe we've always lived in strange times and maybe we're just realizing it now.
Yeah. That sounds more like it, more realistic. All right.
Anyways, stay safe, y'all.
Yeah.
If you see any flying objects, let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Since this has been happening, I feel like people have been like looking to the sky and like seeing, oh my gosh, is that because I've been doing it and all I've seen is planes and like stars and birds and stuff, and I'm like, no,
I've never seen
like just like calm down, bro, it's a plane. And I'm like, yeah, you're right,
it's a plane, it's a bird, it's Superman,
for real. But
yeah, I've never seen anything like that, but I'll keep y'all posted if I do.
I haven't.
I did look out the window a few times.
I don't know if I was on the
plane. Yeah, that would be. I don't know what I would do if I saw something. I'd be like, okay, like, do I just move on with my day?
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I actually saw something.
But I did look out the window a few times when I was in the airplane, flying to and from Puerto Rico, and just kind of looking, and a thought did go into my head, like, what if I saw something, like. Because we're so high up in the sky.
I know, right?
That'd be kind of scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or cool.
I mean,
cool story to share.
But also I would be terrified.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the Super Bowl halftime show. Rihanna. I think it's Rihanna. But everybody calls her Rihanna. She did the halftime show this year. I didn't really watch the game necessarily. I was more so watching for her. And I thought she was amazing. But we can go more into that. First, I want to know, like, did you watch the show? Did you watch the game? What was your experience?
I was asleep. So I did not watch the game, and I did not watch her performance. Okay. I did watch her performance afterwards.
Yeah.
When I like the next day, but
yeah.
it was when we finished playing disc golf, and it was like literally 2.5 hours that we were out.
Yeah.
And then we ate some Chinese food because we had woken up early that day, and
Yeah.
I was just tired, and I came home, chilled a little bit, and then I fell asleep on the couch.
Okay.
And then I woke up and I was like, and because this doesn't watch the Super Bowl either. Like, he's not into football, and I'm not either. So I was like, oh yeah, it was today. And then I just kept seeing people's like posts about it on social media after I woke up. And then I was like, I'm tired. I'll watch this tomorrow. And then I did. But she did amazing after I watched it. She did really good. Played all the hits. She has a really good voice. And a lot of the dancing was pretty cool. I thought how the stage was set up, like with the floating stages, was pretty cool. Actually, it looked kind of dangerous too, but it looked really amazing seeing all of that. And then the dancing was really good too.
Well, she was on those. I thought so. I did watch. I was at my mom's house and we were all together, but I was more like paying attention, kind of half and half, in and out, because I didn't really care for the game, and I didn't even know which teams were playing until that day.
Oh yeah. So who won? I don't even know yet.
Kansas City. Kansas City something.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all are gonna be like, what the fuck?
Don't know.
They don't know anything.
I know, we don't watch football. So okay, congrats to the Kansas team. We're happy for you.
Yes, Kansas City won, I believe, and they played against Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think it was a pretty close game. I watched more like the first half, and then I watched Rihanna perform, and then I was kind of over it after that. And I didn't stay for the end of the game. We left before the game ended, but yeah, I really liked her performance. It was confirmed that she is pregnant, and so for her to do that while pregnant, being on those platforms in midair, dancing and singing at the same time while a baby is like pushing on your stomach and bladder and intestines, like that is a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And so for anybody who's like critiquing her performance or saying that it should have been more, because typically the performances are like very extravagant and there's explosions and fireworks and like props and all these kinds of things. So hers was a little bit more chill. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. She has so many hits. I didn't realize just how many she had, and she didn't even get to all of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was really good, and I disagree with those who are hating on the performance and who feel like it wasn't enough.
I can't believe people were hating on it.
Yeah, because people were saying like she should have been doing more. Like, she was just on that same stage. She didn't have any guests necessarily. She just like sang and danced a little bit, and that was it.
The way people hate women or hate people who can have children, and she's pregnant. Like, really? Like, if people are complaining about that, wow.
Yeah. And I've heard on like social media, TikTok mostly, that people were hoping for an album, but now they're kind of sad because she's pregnant, so there won't be an album. But I'm like, why? And Jasmine made this point. Like, she can do both. Women can do both.
Yeah, and she doesn't need to.
And she doesn't owe us an album.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. People are just weird.
People need to write their own albums and just put it out there and stop.
Yeah, I'm like, you get pregnant and you sing on stage, and then we'll talk. And then you produce an album, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't like that people were saying that kind of stuff. But I overall really liked the performance.
Yeah, I didn't really see people like say anything bad. I mostly saw people like really enjoying it.
Good. We heard more of the positive than the negative.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I rewatched it a few times, and then I went back and re-downloaded some of her music.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I forgot you had this song.
I know. She has a lot of good songs.
And fun fact, I think she was the first billionaire to do the halftime show. Or the
She's a billionaire?
Yeah. She has her
with
Fenty. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't like her billionaires. Business. Never mind.
For her to be like an immigrant to the US and like coming up from wherever, from like the bottom to the top and being like a Black woman.
Yes, but capitalism and being a billionaire,
yes. That's another, it is. Yeah.
I'm happy for her, but yeah.
She's dope. She's really cool. I think, I'm over here talking I know her. Like I don't know her, but I am a fan of her music and her work and her Fenty, what are they called? Fashion shows?
But also Fenty fashion shows, but also Fenty Beauty. I actually have one of her Fenty
oh, cool.
Tortics. It's really good. It's
nice. Really... That's cool. I gotta try some of her stuff, but I think it's kind of pricey, no?
It can be
like average.
It is. That's subjective.
Yeah.
But it's more on the higher end, to be honest. Like you're not gonna get it at the drugstore. So I would say no, it's not really affordable. If like you won't get it at the drugstore, you'd have to get it like at Sephora.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Let us know what y'all think about the performance, what y'all thought about it, if you watched it. Yeah. Let us know. And your thoughts about anything that we talked about up until this
let
point.
us know. Like, what do you think? I'm really like, I think we should be talking more about, especially what's happening in Ohio. I think that's like, we should be doing more. So I want to hear people's thoughts about that. I want to hear your thoughts about the UFOs or the objects, flying aircrafts or whatever you want to call them. What did you think about the halftime show? I don't know. Like, just let us know your thoughts. We are happy if you respond. We were happy to respond.
We're happy with any responses.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll take anything.
That sounded so weird. We are happy if you respond.
We would love to hear your responses.
Yes, we would love to hear your responses. I don't know about love, but we would really, really like to hear your responses.
We would really like it. And we only accept positive things about Rihanna. Just kidding. We accept it all.
She's a billionaire. I'm just kidding.
Except that she's a billionaire, but yeah. Okay, all right.
Okay, go ahead. Let's keep going.
Oh, sorry, Mish. What were you gonna say before we move on?
Oh no, we're good.
Okay, I'm good. Did you get everything off your chest?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
I did. I was passionate about everything.
You sounded very passionate there. That was great. All right, everybody. Moving on. So we don't have necessarily a main topic for today, but we're going to do something a little bit different. You may or may not have noticed that we didn't even do the awkwardly random question today. So what we're going to do today is, we got you. What we're going to do is we're going to do a bunch of awkwardly random questions and we're going to see where it takes us.
Yeah. I don't know. We're using a random generator of questions on Google. And really... answering some of these questions.
Yeah, I was gonna have an alcoholic beverage with me, but it's still the morning, and I decided not to do that.
Yeah, I'm drinking coffee, so
yeah, good call.
Alrighty, let's try. Let's start.
Let's take turns. So you click for a question, and then I'll click for a question.
Oh, okay. This came up. First question: what is the best thing you got from one of your parents? This is deep. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. What is the best thing I got from one of my parents? Okay. I got I think my love for like learning and just continuing to grow from my mom, because she's always had so much drive and she's always like, coming from Mexico to a country where she doesn't speak the language at the age of 17 and like being so far from her family and just wanting to like better herself and grow with, her partner at the time, which was my dad, and do what she needs to do for us. And I don't know, she just has so many goals. She went back to school. She learned English. She became a citizen. Like she had all these things in her like list of things that she wanted to accomplish for herself. And she's like checking them off. And it's just really cool to see her have that much drive. So I think I got some of that from her.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that.
So. Yeah, that's amazing.
What about you, Mish?
Oh, that's a good answer. That's hard. When it said, what's the best thing you got from one of your parents? I don't know. I feel like I got a lot from my mom. And it's hard to pick one thing.
Well, I did too, but I just picked one because of the question.
I know, but I just can't think. Okay, so I'm just thinking of, I guess, my independence, my determination, but also like a lot of my character. Like the reason why I am the way that I am is because of my mom and the work that she's put in. I mean, my mom's also from Mexico. She came to the US. She was a single mom, is a single mom, has been a single mom for my entire life basically. And so yeah, she's given me a lot, and I wouldn't be the person that I am without her. So I can't pick one thing. So I like my being, it really is because of my mom.
We love our moms.
We do.
Shout out to our moms.
Yeah, we love you.
And I've met your mom a few times, and she's wonderful. So shout out.
Yeah, your mom
shout
too.
Out to all the moms. Thank you.
For real.
All right. Next question. I clicked the button, and it says, "What's the worst movie you've ever seen?"
Worst movie. Wow. Oh my god.
This is a drastic difference.
I know. Probably one of, I can't think of a specific movie. I try to watch a movie from the 90s. You know, when in the 90s they used to make like these raunchy misogynistic rom-coms that are like not even funny. I forgot which one I was trying to watch, and it was not funny at all. Let me see if I can come up with. Are you
talking about like American Pie, like those types of movies?
Yeah, not American Pie. There was one that was just not funny at all. It had to do with like these men working at a blockbuster show, like blockbuster store, and trying to get a girlfriend, and I just thought it was going to be funny, and it was not funny at all. But it was like a rom-com or like a comedy from the 90s. I can't remember the name of it, but it was not good.
Interesting.
What about you?
So I saw this really strange movie when I was in college. You know how they have at Union South, Michelle, that movie theater for students? Well, I forgot what it was called, but we would go for the free movies. And I went to go see this movie called Teeth with one of my friends.
Teeth.
And yeah, it's called Teeth. It came. It's supposed to be like a horror, like a scary movie. It's rated R. Came out in like the early 2000s. I want to say 2007. But this girl, the main character, this is gonna be really, I don't know, trigger warning maybe. Like, just be mindful of what's to come next after, as I describe this. But she finds out that she has a certain condition in her genitals where she has like teeth there. And
oh wow.
And so when she has sex with men, it becomes a violent thing. I don't want to like go into details, but it's just really...
I know what you mean. That's funny.
It's like it's supposed to be like a comedy horror, like just weird. It's a weird film.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was necessarily the worst, but I would never watch that again.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
It just like threw me off. Me and my friend were just like, "What the fuck are we watching?" Weird.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, but you said you've heard of? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I didn't see it.
It's weird. It's so strange.
Yeah. Wow.
It's next one of question. Those, yeah. Let's just move on. Next.
Yeah. This is a question. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Waffles for me.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it the crunch? Do you like the crunch? Why am I doing this?
I don't know. I just prefer waffles. I feel like, I don't know if maybe it's the textures of the pancakes, or it just feels like more bland to me. But they're essentially made out of the same thing, to be honest.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's just different texture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like I can put more things on a waffle for some reason. I don't know.
What?
Maybe it is the crunch. It is the crunch.
Okay. Well, actually, you have a good point there, because if you put like a lot of things on a pancake, it'll get soggy because it's softer.
Yeah.
And maybe that's something that you don't like, the sogginess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus a waffle has a little bit more like stability, like sturdiness, so it wouldn't like fall apart as quickly if you put a bunch of stuff on it.
Yeah, and you can go more of the sweet route, or you can do like chicken and waffles. You can do strawberry and waffles. You can put whipped cream in waffles. You can put ice cream in waffles. But like with pancakes, it's just pancakes, you know?
You can put whipped cream, ice cream, strawberries,
and chicken.
I mean, you could have your chicken and then pancakes for dessert.
Okay. But you like pancakes.
I do. I like pancakes.
You prefer that. Okay. Why?
I do like the softness of it. I like a soft, fluffy pancake. Like not a super thin one. Like I like it fluffy, almost like spongy. With the butter and the syrup. And I will do toppings too, like blueberries or strawberries, or like you could put them in the pancake mix so that they're already in there.
Yeah.
When you make the pancakes. But I do like waffles. I just would prefer pancakes.
Yeah. I like pancakes too, but I prefer waffles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Right. That's funny. Go, your turn.
All right. What's the last book you gave up on and stopped reading?
Oh my gosh. I don't remember.
When's the last time you read?
I haven't read in a while because I do a lot of reading for my job. And I've been telling people this, that I've been trying to get more into reading. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if I gave up on them. I mean, I probably have. I've started a lot of books where I just like, and then I stopped reading it. So like one of them that I can think of is The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, I read that one.
So I didn't finish reading it. I was like, fuck it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but I want to finish it. So I think that's the one that I can think of.
So it's not that you stopped. It's not that you stopped reading it because you didn't like it.
Yeah, exactly. It was just more like, I don't have time for this. I have other things to do. And because I personally do read a lot for my job. And so having to do that, I'm still trying to find like the joy in reading for fun. So yeah. What about you?
Yeah. So I would say, what was the last one? I like a variety of books, and I've been more into like sciencey type of books. And there was one that I found about the science of Jurassic Park and like how much of the film was accurate, to science and stuff like that. But it was kind of dull and boring, and I couldn't like get fully into it, so I stopped. And I really do think that people like I wouldn't want to continue reading a book just for the sake of completing it if I'm not enjoying it. Because I know there are some people who want to read books like to reach a certain number of books that they read for the year or whatever. And like that's cool, but also like if you're really not enjoying it, how is that a good use of your time? I don't know, that's kind of what I think. So I actually did stop reading it because I wasn't enjoying it. And
okay.
And that was that.
Yeah. Cool. That's good.
So, yeah. But I am trying to read more, so.
Me too. I feel like I read more articles, not really books.
Oh,
So, yeah. That's another thing.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Next.
What's something you learned in the last week? Wow. What did I do?
I learned about UFOs.
Yeah, I guess I learned about the train derailments and like supposedly how common it is, apparently.
Yeah, I learned about like the regulations and the fight against certain regulations with railways, with trains. I feel like I learned quite a bit doing this preparation for the podcast. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Next question.
Next. Okay. What's on your bucket list this year?
Wow. What's on my bucket list? I gotta think about this one. Wait, I do have.
Do you have a bucket list?
Yeah, I do. Do you?
Not one written down, but I have things I want to do in my head.
Okay. But do you have one for this year? I think that's the thing that's like.
Something I want to accomplish this year. Well, I mean, I did want to travel more, which I feel like I'm kind of doing.
Yeah, you definitely met it. You could do more, obviously, but
Yeah.
you did a good job. You did a good job. You went in Puerto Rico.
Thank you.
Started off strong.
Yes, sure did.
One of mine was traveling, but also doing more outdoor things. So like camping or
Mm.
like maybe going to a cabin.
And you're disc golfing.
Yeah, and yeah, being more active. So, but
Yeah.
those aren't like one specific buck item things. But one of them was I want to run some sort of race.
Cool.
Like, so that's one of my things that I want to do. So yeah, that's one of my things that I want to accomplish this year is running some type of race.
Like any race, or like you want to train for like, like a half marathon type of deal?
Not this year. Not for a half marathon. Like maybe next year or in 2 years, like a half marathon or a marathon. I'd really want to do that. But for now, it's just like a 3K race or a 5K or like a 10K. Something shorter than a marathon. Yeah. So that's my goal. I haven't shared that with people, but yeah.
I didn't know you wanted to do that. That's cool. Yeah. A 10K would be cool. It's definitely, I've never done it, but I do want to work my way up because I've done a few 5Ks.
Yeah.
And those are manageable, like 3 miles. I'm like, oh, I think I could do a 10K.
Yeah.
Or even like a 15K,
Yeah. Well, we should do that. We should sign up for something later on and just do it.
Yeah. Either in the summer or the fall when it's like good weather.
Yeah. Oh, I hate running in the summer though. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe fall.
Fall would be good. Yeah. Yeah, just something where I'm not, because I overheat a lot or I get like hot really quickly.
Do you sweat easily?
No, I don't. But my internal body gets warm. Like I'm not a big sweater.
Because doesn't sweating helps you release the heat, right?
Yeah.
Or something? But if you don't sweat,
I don't sweat that much.
Yeah, you're retaining it. Interesting. Yeah, so we should do like spring or fall. I mean, spring's coming up in like a month or 2.
Yeah.
But
true. Let's do fall.
Yeah. But we could do 5Ks here and there.
Yeah, I'm down. But I've been wanting to do something more official than just like running at the gym.
I can't do that. It's kind of boring to me.
Yeah. It is. It is to me too.
All right. Next. Is it your turn or my turn? Your turn. No, I said the bucket list one.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, yeah, you did it.
I did, yeah.
What fictional place would you most like to go to?
Hogwarts.
That's a nice one. I would do Hogwarts too.
I would say
I would say Middle Earth.
Yes, I thought you were gonna say that first.
With the elves. But I know, but like I'm not an elf. What am I gonna be doing over there? They're like, what the fuck are you doing here? At least Hogwarts like would be cool, I don't know.
But we're muggles.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, Hogwarts, I'd do Hogwarts. I feel like I could blend in somehow. They would not know.
Just to wear a robe.
Like how would they know I'm a muggle?
You can't do magic.
How would they know?
If Hogwarts is the school for witchcraft and wizardry.
Yeah, maybe I can like take a potion and give me like some. I don't know.
Oh yeah, just stick to potions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do Hogwarts.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Hogwarts together. I'm gonna be in Hufflepuff. I think you're a Hufflepuff too.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So yeah, we'd be in the same house.
We'll be in the same house. That'd be fun.
With Cedric.
He's not here anymore. But yeah.
I mean, if we were back in that time, yes, we would be with them.
True. Yeah. With Cedric.
With Cedric Diggory. Okay.
Cool.
In your group of friends, what role do you play?
Wow.
We got this.
We got this when we were prepping.
Yeah.
I can see myself as being like the motivator or like the informer, I guess. So like I am really big in motivating people, especially like my friends. But then also like informing people of like, hey, like in my friend group, in the friend group that I have, I was like, hey, have y'all heard of like the flying objects or like the train derailment? And so, yeah, that's what I would classify myself as. What about you?
I would say the same thing about you, that you inform us a lot about things. You teach me a lot of things I was like, I never heard of that, but okay. Let's talk about it. So I actually kind of did look into like the different types of roles that people play in their friendships because I'm like, I don't know
Wow.
what that means.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what
Okay.
that means. I'm a
Yeah. What does it
friend.
mean?
But there are different like things like yeah, like the connector, someone who connects like
Oh,
as a
okay.
friend connects you to different people and stuff like that. Or like
Okay.
I resonated more with the collaborator, which is like because I
Oh,
have so many different interests, I can connect with different people with
yeah.
different who I can share these interests with.
Yeah.
You know, so like with you, I think we connected a lot when we first became friends because we liked dancing, and so we would go to Zumba.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so we had the same interest like with dance, and then we would have our do our dance videos, and so I
Yeah.
feel like we
We
connected
did
a lot
take that
that
dance
way.
class together too.
Oh yeah, we took a hip hop class.
Yeah.
Our senior year of college, Michelle and I took a hip hop class, a 1 credit course
I know.
with
Yeah.
Jackie. With Jackie,
Yeah,
wasn't
with
Jackie in it?
Jackie. Yeah, she was in it. That was fun.
And then we had to perform at the end of the semester.
I know. It was so weird.
I was so like, I was like, what am I doing? I'm so
I
nervous.
know.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so I feel like we connected in that way. Yeah, and like different people like that I've met and become friends with, it's been through like shared interests. So I feel like that's
Hmm.
kind of how I fit in a little bit. I feel. I don't
Nice.
know.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Oh, I got the same question again. Wait, let me refresh.
Refresh. We're just using a random like website. We don't actually know. Like we didn't really do any research on any of this. We're getting these questions on the spot. We were just
Hmm.
testing it out before. That's why we had heard of that question that we got before.
Yeah. When people come to you for help, what do they usually want help with?
Oh,
I already know mine. I'm a lawyer, so legal
legal
advice.
advice.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking professionally, people come to me for help all the time
Yeah, true.
because I'm a scholarship counselor. So they're asking about things for their scholarship, if
Hmm.
they need help with connecting to somebody at a school,
Hmm.
if they need to pay anything for like, or need help understanding certain parts of the scholarship, whatever, stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm always helping with that. Personally, in my
Yeah,
personal life,
personally.
do you
For
have
me
something?
personally, yeah, I have a lot of things. Organizing, I'm pretty good at organizing events or
Mm-hmm.
organizing parties, organizing activities.
Mm-hmm.
They go to me for that. Or if I need to um, I don't know, like some people in my family don't speak English that well. So if they
Mm-hmm.
need me to like translate a letter or something, or like help them understand something, they usually come to me about it. Um, yeah, that's what I can think of personally. Or like maybe like advice on
Yeah,
certain
people have reached out too for
situations.
advice.
Um, but yeah, I'm not, I don't know if I'm very good at advice. I don't know.
I know people have come to me to vent. I'll just
Oh,
like listen and I'll offer advice if it is solicited, and if not, I just kind of hear
yeah.
them out and just kind of like I'm there for
Yeah.
them and yeah,
Yeah.
hold
I've
space.
definitely vented to you for sure.
We've vented to each other a
Yeah,
lot.
you vented to me too. So yeah, I would
Mm-hmm.
say that too. I don't know if I've given you advice really.
Yeah, you have. You've given me your opinions, which have
Oh
led to
yeah.
certain advice, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But I'm trying to like do better at this where I would want to check in if the person even wants advice from me before
Mm-hmm.
giving them any advice because you don't
Yeah,
know if that's
same.
actually what they're wanting, you know?
Yeah. True.
So
That's a good way to look at it.
that's a good question.
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
All right, this is a lot lighter. Favorite city?
Ooh, this is
And you've been in
hard.
a few cities already.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Favorite city. I think I'd like different cities for different things, though.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can't pick one.
Okay.
But so I grew up in, or I was born in Los Angeles, spent a few times there. I love Los Angeles. I love the weather. I love the food. That feels like home to me. I
Mm-hmm.
love Milwaukee. Milwaukee's where I grew up. I had a lot of like my growth there. I have a lot of people who like saw me grow or helped me develop in Milwaukee. Madison. I like Madison, but I don't love Madison. But I did grow a lot with my experiences in Madison. New York. I love New York. I don't love it to live there, but I love to like visit and do things. There's so much to do there. I really like / love Minneapolis. I'm not sure yet. I love it here though, in terms of like the lifestyle that I can live, like the different things that I can do. It's more affordable here. But yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of cities.
Quick question. Is it more affordable than Milwaukee?
No, Milwaukee's more affordable.
Oh.
But that's because of the minimum wage. Minimum wage is very low in Wisconsin compared to Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's ridiculously low here. Favorite
So what about you? Chi-Town, Madison. What else?
Yeah. Well, Madison, I mean, yes, I grew up here. I was born here, raised here, all of that. It is definitely more affordable than Chicago. There's a lot less people, but, you know, and I can do so much here, and we get all the seasons here, so that's actually kind of cool. I always complain in the winter, but really, I'm actually grateful that I can experience and feel all the seasons all year. Yeah, I like New York. I've only been there once, so I can't really speak too much about it, but I really enjoyed my time there. I don't think I would live there, but I really liked, you know, like experiencing New York and going to Central Park, and the food, it was really good, and the nightlife is cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a fun city. There's a lot you can do there. So yeah, I like that. I really liked Mexico City. I was there again only once, but I really, really, that was such a memorable experience, and I definitely want to go back. And I love Guadalajara because my family is from there, and it's a beautiful city. Also, it's a huge city, very populated, but also a lot of things to do there. The food in Mexico is just great, and the culture and the people. So yeah.
I need to go visit.
I like it all. I like it all. We didn't really answer the question.
Yeah. You didn't even mention Chicago.
Oh shit, Chicago too.
Next question. Too late. I'm just kidding.
They're all in my heart.
All these places you visited once, and the place where you lived for 3 years you didn't even mention.
I know. It's in my heart. It's very special to me. I love it in the sense of what it brought me and what I was able to do there, and how I was able to grow in certain ways that I probably wouldn't have grown in Madison if I had stayed. I don't know.
Okay.
They're all great.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more questions.
Okay, what's the story behind one of your scars? Wow. Do I have any? Oh wait.
Do you have any?
I do.
Feel, where are the scars? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to look at for my scars.
What is happening?
I don't think I have that many, but I do have one on my knee, on the right side of my knee. It's like a big like scrape or cut.
Ooh.
I can't remember what happened.
Were you young, like a kid?
No. No,
okay.
It happened. I was an adult. I was over 18. I think it was one time when we went camping. Something happened. I think I was swimming or something, and it like something just scraped my knee, and I can't remember what else. But yeah.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
Okay.
What about you?
I have a scar on my forehead, and I call it my Harry Potter scar. So I'm very proud of that. No, but when I think I was like a year and a half or 2. Yeah, my Harry Potter, and I wear the round glasses, so you know, I fit the description.
Yes.
I was like a year and a half or 2. I was really little, and I was running. It was like I think we were at a Christmas party, from what I remember my mom telling me. And you know how like kids run, but they don't actually look where they're going. So I was one of those kids. I was like, ha, 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 running, and then I turn and I run into the edge of a fireplace. A fireplace. Yeah.
Oh no.
You know how it's like the brick
Yeah.
This shit is,
Oh, it
and
sounds
it's,
painful.
yeah, it hit the corner of it. And so se me abrió todo esto, like all of this just kind of gushed open and I was bleeding
Uh,
all on my face. And my mom freaked out because she thought I had like poked my eye out because my eye was drenched in blood.
oh
So
no.
this is very graphic. Sorry, y'all. Trigger warning.
Yeah.
And so I
Oh.
was rushed to the hospital for stitches. And yeah, it just they botched it the first time, which is why I have this like ugly looking scar.
Oh
They had to
no.
fix it the second time. I'm like, "What? I didn't know that."
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
remember it, but
Yeah.
that was really little, but yeah, anyway.
Oh my
That's what happened.
gosh.
And then I became
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
For real. Now you have powers.
Now
Now
I
you're
have
a
magical
wizard.
powers. Yep.
All right. You're a wizard, Cynthia.
I'm a wizard. Yay. That's my goal in
Okay.
life. All right, last question
Last
for this
question.
episode. If y'all like this, let us know. We can always do this like every once in a while. We'll, do random questions for the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, this is the last question.
Last question.
What was the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh my gosh. Best? I don't know if I gotta think about it. Do you have one? I have to think about it.
Or maybe like what is something nice that someone has told you that just like comes to mind that really meant a lot to you? Some of these questions about best and worst, I kind of don't like.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so I used to dance. I used to do ballet folklorico and like Mexica Aztec dancing. And I never felt like I was the best at it because
Yeah.
in dance, it's really competitive. And I feel like you inherently compare yourselves
Yeah.
to other dancers. And so my sister was a dancer too. And we had different styles of dancing. And that's what I appreciated about ballet folklorico and Mexica dancing is that you can really add your own dance style. Like you can tell different dancers have different styles and different ways of movement. And so I always felt like I was a good dancer. Obviously, I was good, but I didn't think I was the best or compared to other people who had like I think better styles than me. And so I always felt kind of insecure or like maybe not good enough. And so it was nice to hear when people would say like you're a good dancer and like but not but like you're a good dancer and you have your own specific style of doing it and that's still very beautiful and that's still very powerful. But I thought that was nice.
That's a very nice. I feel like the compliments that stick out the most are the ones where you don't really believe it for yourself until someone else tells you,
Yeah.
I think for
you?
like that makes me think of like when I'm at my job, in any job, and I feel so incompetent or I have this like imposter syndrome like weighing really heavily on me and I feel like I'm not good enough or I'm not doing well enough, I'm not performing the way that I should be, stuff like that. And then to hear from your supervisor or someone that sees your work and recognizes it and says, you're doing a really great job and I really like how you handled this situation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've gotten that a few times and it always feels good because I feel like I'm always questioning myself. And so when someone kind of like reassures you that like you're doing great, you're doing good, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. We're lucky to have you on the team. Like that always just feels good.
Yeah,
so,
it's always good to get positive affirmations for
positive
people.
affirmations. That's more so than like a compliment. I think positive affirmations are really impactful in a good way.
Yeah, for sure.
I like these questions.
But I also like when people compliment my hair because I really try to take care of my hair too. So
you do. You like you dye it different colors. You do different styles. You do a lot with your hair.
Yeah, I've always done a lot with my hair, so that's something that I take pride in. So
that's so cool. And it's long now again.
I know.
It's been long for a while, right?
Yeah, it grew so fast, but we'll see.
I feel like your hair always grows really fast.
Yeah.
And it's very thick. I have really thick hair too.
Yeah, you do. You do cut. Yeah, you cut your hair too, and
I cut my hair a lot.
I know.
I don't like it long. I have it short a lot.
But your hair grows fast too, is what I'm trying to say. Is what I meant that you cut your hair a lot because your hair grows fast too.
Well, and it gets so thick to the point where it feels heavy, like when I take a shower.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's like pulling me back, and I'm like, no, I need to cut it. No, don't take me. Así ando.
I know.
So, and I cut it. I just cut it like a few days before I left for Puerto Rico because I knew it was
really?
going to be hot. My hair is really thick and I didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
So,
would you ever change your style? Because you've always had it like
straight
and short. But like, would you ever like let it grow out? Maybe get more layers, or maybe change the color?
I'll just say I do want to color it. But I don't know what to do. And one time I colored it like darker brown and it became so dark that I looked even more pale. So I don't want to do that. But maybe like a different color or some highlights.
Yeah.
Or something would be cool.
I think you do highlights or even like, I feel like a red.
I've never done anything like that.
Yeah, like a coppery color. I don't know. I feel like a lot of colors would look good on you.
Yeah.
I am sticking to my natural hair color because I can't do any more blondes. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do highlights. It's just taking a toll on my hair, I think. And I just want it to be healthy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're chemicals. They look good, but yeah, it can be a lot for your hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sticking to this.
It looks great, Michelle.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. That was it for today. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Just kind of lighter for you all to get to know us a little bit more. And we want to hear your answers to these questions.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, we wanted to keep it lighter, especially with all the news recently that's been happening. So we hope you're doing well. Take care.
Yeah. Take care. Subscribe, like, share our episode. Like I said earlier, we'll go ahead and share those GoFundMe links for the victims of the Michigan State University mass shooting. And if you can share or support in any way that you can, that'd be much appreciated. Appreciate your time, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Goodbye.